Hello, hello. I don't know how I'm going to do this. Well, I do, but I don't know how. I know what I'm going to do. I don't know how I'm going to do it. I watched a movie last night called The Nutcracker and the Four Realms, I think is what it was. It was on Netflix. I looked it up this morning on Wikipedia because I look everything up on Wikipedia. It was made released in 2018, last year at Christmas. It got terrible reviews. I loved it. I don't know why people didn't like it. It was magical. It's a different take on the Nutcracker, but still, in a way, a lot of the same stuff. It was beautiful. Beautiful. Anyhow, I took a bunch of screenshots of my iPad watching it. And I'm going to try and create my spread with that today. I was going to watch the regular Nutcracker, and I was like, well, let me see if there's a version on Netflix, which that was the first thing I found was this movie. I was like, oh, what is this? And as soon as it started, I was like, oh, I'm watching this. It was just magical. It was kind of like, the critics might think I'm nuts, but I think it was kind of like Harry Potter meets the Nutcracker. Helen Mirren was in it. Keira Knightley was in it. I did not recognize the girl that played Clara, but she, a famous ballerina was in it. Some of the reviews that were complaining about it said it didn't have enough of the ballet aspect of it. Well, there was hardly any ballet, but the story was quite this close to the same. Who is the godfather of Clara? Or her uncle? Oh, what was his name? It's on the tip of my tongue. He's a famous American black actor. Morgan Freeman. Anyhow, I thoroughly enjoyed it. Now, what I want to do, and I just took screenshots, literally, with my phone on my iPad. Oh, my back is trying to go out. Oh, sorry. Complain. All right, so what I'm going to do, Allie Edwards must have heard me complaining yesterday about getting a little bit in a rut here. So she came up with a genius way to do a thing. How about that for a description? All right, I am going to, let's use, oh, wait a minute, I have Nutcracker stuff. I do have Nutcracker stuff. Oh. Somewhere. Ooh, I have the, oh. It was set in Victorian England, so that might be my front of my card. I don't know why my back is trying to go out. I twisted it somehow. Oh, please tell me I didn't leave the Nutcracker in Columbia. Ooh, I've been looking for you. Anyhow, I'm going to start fast forwarding. I'm doing the Nutcracker, and I am, let's see if I can work in some of that. Anyhow, she did this genius building of a card. It had semicircles, and on the front she had a couple different wreaths. But she flipped it all up, and underneath was journaling and or pictures or ephemera or whatever. Where are my nutcrackers? I definitely... Oh, I just found out today. Let's see. I just found out today that my painting class that I was going to do on Monday mornings has been temporarily postponed indefinitely. The lady that teaches it, her husband is sick, and she's going to have to take him to these doctor's appointments in North Carolina. So I hope he's okay, but it does not sound very pleasant. And, oh, I thought I left this at home. Oh, goody. Okay, there's that. Anyhow, so that's a bummer. I could have sworn I saw the Nutcracker stuff here. There's a whole sticker sheet of Nutcracker stuff. Oh, maybe I put it in here. Ooh. Maybe I put it in the pocket of this. Wouldn't that be... Oh, here's a Nutcracker ad from the paper. Wouldn't that be, like, smart of me? Not that smart. I could have sworn I had it. Spend half my day looking for stuff. Anyhow, the Sugar Plum Fairy, her name was Sugar Plum, and that was Keira Knightley. It was, I loved it. So I'm just going to put on there, my story is how I went to the Nutcracker by way of Netflix. Dang it, I know I have these stickers somewhere. I've seen them. Right or wrong, I'm going with this construction. I am cutting up a piece of newspaper that I got from Columbia that had an advertisement for the local ballet's Nutcracker performance. I'm using my card for my form to punch my holes on this Victorian paper that I think was from a Daphne's Diary. 2 years ago, a year and a half ago, last year, I don't know. Anyhow, I'm just kind of putting that Nutcracker over the front of that Victorian scene because this movie was Victorian England themed. This paper, this was a very colorful movie, so I'm going with very colorful paper that I've made and brought with me. That's some of my test paper for the national parks, which probably that project is on hold because of this move. I know I'm not going to be able to start it in January. It's still a goal that I would love to do. I'm not fully bailing on it just yet. Anyhow, so I'm using some of the papers that I brought with me just because they're colorful and this movie was super colorful. This does not appeal to everybody. I'm not even sure I like it after I'm through, but I'm going to go with it and I'm going to just ride out the rest of this wave. I think I'm going to end December Daily on December 25th and take a break between the end of the month and January 1st. Now, I do not have my Hobonichis with me for 2020. That is so hard to say, which is very, very sad for me. But I will be going home. Let's see. I will be going home January 5th. Yeah. Yeah. No, I'll be going home on the 29th. So I'm going to pick them. Oh, I will have them for the beginning of the year. But I won't be back at the beach until the 1st or 2nd. Nope, I'll be back on the 31st. Yeah. I'll have them by the end of January. I mean, the beginning of January. Never mind. Disregard that entire conversation.
Okay, so Allie Edwards, of course, hers were prettier. Hers were exactly measured. Hers were gorgeous. I don't have a design team, my own design team, and it's quite evident. Anyhow, I loved this idea. She did hers on a 4x6 because her album is 4x6, isn't it? I think so. I could not do a 4x6, I don't think. Um, anyhow, I'm putting my pictures, cutting them around the forms that I'm making. Now, she had wreaths on the front of all her cards. I'm just using other journal cards that came with the December kit. I think that's the story kit. I'm not sure. From her now, I have joined her monthly subscription kit and cut off Kelly Perkins. I got hers for 2 years. I'm going to try Allie Edwards for 2 years. And I'm getting another one, I think. My husband's bringing me some mail. I can't remember. Anyhow, so I might have 2 monthly kits. It just gives you fodder. Like I need more. I call fodder supplies for anything. But anyhow. So I'm trying to figure out another picture to go on the front. Should I put one on the front? Should I have backed it with other paper? I don't know. I just wanted to keep these memories. And then I added a couple more journal cards from Allie's kits. Basically, anything that's bright is going on this one. Because it's merry and bright. And that movie was merry and bright. Yeah. For right now, that's going to have to work until I find these other stickers, which I plan on putting Nutcracker things on the fronts of this. And I added this because it's such bright paper. This is homemade paper of mine, but the inside pictures are super bright too. And I've got to do some better journaling, and I'm going to print a lot of stuff. Me doing December Daily in the middle of this move / relocation / whatever this is, change of my life, has not been good. I've contemplated quitting several times. I don't want to quit, but I'm not giving it. It's not, I'm not liking how it's turning out at all. And now I have a whole issue. We're going to see how this works. I think I just should have stuck to a junk journal. Next time I say I'm going to do something in another person's format, remind me that it was a complete and utter fail this year. I like traveler's notebooks and I like junk journals. I do like this format. This format could go on anything. I don't know why that intrigued me, but it did. All right. I got to go back to getting ready for my peoples. My peeps are coming. I'm going to be glad Ken's going to be able to stay here till January 5th, which I'm not sure what day of the week that is. It would have been my mother's birthday. Tough times. Okay. Different times. Not tough, different. What a mess. Same old, same old. I guess I might be messy everywhere I go. Oh, I got this off the, some kind of packaging that came today. Now, cross your fingers my back doesn't go out because it's trying real hard. See you all tomorrow. Bye.